Hello and welcome back to Ganesh Institute. So in today's video we are going to discuss some of the previous year questions, and that too from the whole syllabus of class 9th. So let's get started. Here in all the chapters I'm also going to mention what is being deleted by CBSE. Okay, so in number systems, that is chapter number 1, section 1.4 representing real numbers on the number line is deleted, which is from this page. Now let's start with first question, which is express 0.123 bar in the form of p by q. So whenever you have this sort of question, you have to consider how many digits are going to be repeated. Of course, this is a rational number, right? Why? Because it is non-terminating but repeating. Correct? Non-terminating, repeating decimal expansions are rational numbers. So how can we form it? How can we turn it down into p by q form? So let x is 0.123 bar. Okay? When we say bar, can I expand it as 0.12333? Because 3 is going to be repeated, right? Now you have to check. Second step is how many digits are going to be repeated? Only one has bar on it. So you have to multiply by 10. Let's say if question would have been given like bar on 2 digits, then you would have to multiply it by 100. Okay? So multiply by 10 on both sides. This will make this first equation as 10x, and this point will be shifted on the right hand side, and you will get 1.2333 and so on, right? Now always you have to subtract first from second, okay? When you do so, 10x minus x will become 1.233 minus 0.1233. So you'll get, you can compare here, this is only these three terms we have to consider, otherwise rest everything is 3. So 3 minus 2 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, and this is 1. So you've got 1.11 and here 9x. So x becomes 1.11 by 9, and if you remove this point, after decimal there are 2 decimal places, 2 digits, so 2 zeros will be in denominator. So our answer is this 0.123 bar can be converted into p by q form, and that too in 111 by 900 form. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I'm hoping that you've understood it. Now if you take next chapter, which is polynomials, so the remainder theorem is deleted from it. Here we have first question is factorize. As you know, the degree of this expression is 2. Highest power is called degree, it is 2. So zeros will be 2. But we have to simply factorize it, that is split it. There are various methods, but what we are going to use is splitting the term method. When we say splitting, so we mean the middle term. Okay? Splitting the middle term. Let's always see if these are all the terms in the expression are arranged in decreasing order of degree. So here the degree of x is 2, degree of x is 1, here degree of x is 0, right? So yes, these are properly arranged. Now what you have to do, always multiply the coefficient of the highest degree with the constant term. So 20 times 1 is 20. Now take LCM of it. 2 tens are 20, 2 fives are 10, 5 ones are 5. Now, you have to arrange these three factors, or we could say the numbers, so that you can have, by having operations addition and subtraction, you have to have this minus 9. Can I consider, see, I'm just applying permutation and combination, that means I'm arranging. Can I consider 2 and 5 twos are 10? It will also form 20, but it is not forming 9. Then can I have 5 and 2 twos are 4? 5 fours are 20, but if I apply minus sign in both of these terms, I'll get minus 9, the middle term, right? So 20x squared minus 5, you have to apply this variable, minus 4x plus 1. Take out 5x common, 5 fours are 20, 1x is taken out, so 1x is left, minus 1, 4x minus 1. Why I have chosen minus 1? Because I want these two exactly same. So it was required to take out minus 1 common, then only this sign would have been converted, correct? Now whichever thing is common, just take it out, 4x minus 1, and then what is left behind? 5x minus 1, right? So these two are the factors of this particular expression. I'm hoping that you have understood. Let's see another question. This is also from polynomials. We have to find the value of k when x minus 2 is a factor of this. You know that if a number is a factor, or we could say if an expression is a factor, we can simply put it as 0, and that will become the 0 or root of that particular expression, correct? So firstly, make it as an equation. Whenever you will put x as 2, you will get 0. Why? Because it is a factor, x minus 2 is a factor, so x is equal to 2 is a root. So root will, whenever we substitute the value of x as root, it will give us 0 as the answer, right? So just substitute x square plus kx plus 2k is 0. X is 2 here, right? This one. Plus k into 2 plus 2k equals 0. 2 to the 4 plus 2k plus 2k equals 0. 2 and 2, 4k, like terms together. This 4 can be taken out, can be taken to right hand side. It will give you minus 4 because of its transpose. And now this 4 will go down and you will get minus 1, right? So k is equals to minus 1 is your answer. I'm hoping that you've understood. Here we have to prove, this is another question where we can use laws of exponents and powers. Here we have to prove that this expression is 1. Okay, let's consider left hand side, which is x raised to power a divided by x raised to power b. The whole power is 1 by ab. X raised to power b by x raised to power c, 1 by bc. And x raised to power c, x raised to power a, 1 by ca. Do you know a raised to power m? Yes. A raised to power n divided by a raised to power n is what? A raised to power minus n, right? Base same power gets subtracted when base is same in division. So it will be a minus b. The whole power will remain as it is. B minus c. Again the whole power will remain as it is. And c minus a. The whole power remain as it is. Now another property is, if you have a power and that also has a power, then powers get multiplied. So it will be a minus b times 1 is a minus b divided by ab, right? B minus c by bc, C minus A by CA. Right? Can I distribute the denominator? AB is with both of them. So if I have A minus B and AB is in denominator with both of them, it will be 1 by B minus 1 by A, right? Then here B will be cancelled. So 1 by C minus C. We have B minus C upon BC. So 1 by C minus 1 by B. Correct? Again, C minus A by CA. CA is with both of them. So 1 by A minus 1 by C. Now again, these are in multiplication. Correct? So when you have same powers in same base in multiplication, power gets added. So it will be 1 by B minus 1 by A plus 1 by C minus 1 by B plus 1 by A minus 1 by C. Correct? So you can see these get cancelled, and what we have got is x raised to power 0, and any number, if it has power 0, then that is 1, which is right hand side. So hence proved. Hope you've understood it. Next is the question based on coordinate geometry. Again, here is the deleted portion, which is plotting a point in the plane and also the parallel axis line. Okay. But the question which I have picked up here is, point P is on x-axis and is at a distance of 4 units from y-axis to its left. Write the coordinates of the point P. So, it is saying that, we have x and y-axis. Point P is on x-axis. So, we have two sides of x-axis. One is positive x, one is negative. It is 4 units away from y. So, this is y. It should be 4 units away. But where? Left. Y-axis to its left. So, 4 units from y-axis to its left. Left y is here. Left is this. 4 units. So, we know that it is left hand side. X is equals to minus 4, or we can say x plus 4 equals 0. This should be the equation, and this is the point coordinate. Okay? So, sorry, this is only abscissa. So, point, if I ask, like coordinates are being asked. So, x comma 0, x comma y is the coordinate. X is minus 4. If it lies on x-axis, y will be 0. So, point is this. Let's move on to next question. Now, next concept is based on linear equations in two variables. In this chapter also, the deleted portion is graph of linear equations in two variables and equations of lines parallel to x and y axis. So let's begin. Let's take up a question. Children from age 1 onwards grows taller and heavier till they reach adolescence at a whooping rate of about 2 kg every year for weight and 3 inches for height. Assuming weight as variable x and height y and t as ages in years, if weight at age 2 is 8 kgs and height 28 inches, establish a linear relationship between x and t and y and t. Okay, so what we have understood is x is what? Weight. Y is height and t is time, ages in years. Okay, so question is saying 1 year onwards, child is growing, right? Height wise as well as weight wise. So after 1 year, let's say if t is the total age in years, so after 1 year how much it is left? T minus 1, right? Now if weight at age 2 is 8 kgs, so up till 1 year we are not considering because question is saying age 1 onwards it is growing. So 8 kg, this is the fixed value. But after that, it is growing at the rate of what? 2 kgs every year, right? So t minus 1 years left, and that is 2 years every year. That will be the total weight. Correct? Have you got this relationship? Linear relationship? Okay. So 8 plus, if you distribute 2 with t minus 1, 2t minus 2 ones are 2. So 2t, 8 minus 2 is 6, x, or you can say x minus 2t plus 6 equals 0. This is one equation. Another one which we have to make is in terms of weight. Weight we have done in terms of height, right? Okay, so it is saying that at the age of 2 years, height has been reached to 28 inches, right? So this is the fixed value, 28 inches. But age 1 onwards, that means time is left as t minus 1 again. The rate of change of height is 3 inches every year. So it should be multiplied by 3. And that will be the total height. So second answer would be 28 plus 3t minus 3 ones are 3. And it will become y minus 3t if you take away 3 from 28, 25 and take it to left hand side. This is your second equation. I'm hoping that this was the case-based question and you've understood it. Let's see another concept. When 5 times the larger of the two numbers is divided by the smaller, the quotient and remainder are these, form a linear equation in two variables. So when they say two variables, we have to consider two. And what this question is talking about? Two numbers. One is larger, one is smaller. So let's assume that the smaller number be x and larger number be y. And you can shuffle it. Order is not, order does not matter here. You can either consider larger number as x. Now, what is it saying? 5 times the larger number. That means 5 times of y is divided by the smaller number. That is x. The quotient is 2 and the remainder is 9, right? Do you know the remainder theorem, or we should say division algorithm? We used to study it in small classes. It was, or it is, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? So just put down all the values. Dividend, which needs to be divided, divisor, which is dividing the dividend, quotient, which you get as an answer, and remainder is what is left behind. So the equation in two variables is this, or in the standard form is ax plus by plus c equals 0. So 2x, you are keeping it here, then 5y needs to be taken to right hand side. So 2x minus 5y plus 9 equals 0. This would be the standard form. Got it? Let's see another concept. This is based on Euclid's geometry, and the deleted portion in this year from Euclid's geometry is we have all the 5 postulates, but the equivalent versions of 5th postulate is deleted. Okay, here is the figure enclosed, and question is saying AB equals BC. So this whole side is equals to this. That is, this is an isosceles triangle, right? And BP equals BQ. Both of these are given to us. That means this small version, right? Now we have to show AP equals CQ. So it is very, very obvious, right? So what I can do, if I take away second from first, right? AP minus BP and BC minus BQ. What is left? A, if you have AB, this whole AB, and if you take away BP, what is left? AP, and here CQ. But which axiom is applied? If you have two equal things, let's say you have 4 here, 4 here. If you subtract the same thing, same equal thing from both of them, then the result will also be equal. So, if you take away the same equal thing from the equal thing, the answer is also equal. That is the axiom, okay? So you have to write that whole statement. Let's move on to next. It is based on lines and angles, and deleted portion is parallel lines, transversal, angle sum property. But don't you think that these are very important things and you should know about them? If so, then please study. Don't consider them deleted, okay? Next, question is, in the given figure, this figure, AB is parallel to, this line is parallel to CD. L is the transversal. Calculate the value of X. So what you are getting, that these two angles are vertically opposite. So 3x plus 35 degrees equal Y. Why? Because these are vertically opposite angles. And then Y and 2x plus 15 are on the same side of transversal, that too on interior part. So the summation will be supplementary. Correct? Because angles on the same side of transversal, the sum is 180 degree. Correct? So I should write sum of the angles on the same side of transversal is 180. Right? So can I consider this as first and just substitute the value of y as 3x plus 35 here? Rest will be same. This is called substitution method to solve an equation. Okay. So 3 and 2 is 5x, like terms together. 35 and 5, 40, 50 degrees, 180 degrees. So 5x is 180 minus 50, that is 130. So x is 130 by 5, that is 5 2s are 10, 5 6 are 30. Correct? So x is 26 degrees. So what would be y? If you again substitute the value of x here, so 3 into 26 plus 35. 6 is 18, 3 2s are 6, 7 plus 35, 8 and 5, 13, 11. 113 degree is y and this is x. Got it? Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so what is given here? That these two angles are complementary. You know, when complementary angles are given to us, that means the pair will form the sum as 90 degrees. Whereas if they would be supplementary, they would have been supplementary, then the sum would be 180 degrees, right? So just add them up. This is the simple one. And these two will form 90 degrees. 3x and x, 4x, minus 15 plus 5 minus 10. So 4x will be 90 plus 10, 100, and x is 25 degrees. Correct? We have to find out the angles. So now at this point you can make a mistake by just finding out the value of x and leave the question. No. Read the further question. It is asking us to find out the angles too. So you have to substitute the value of x here. 3 into 25 minus 15. 25 3s are 75 minus 15. That is 60 degrees. And here another will be obviously 30, because the sum should be 90 in case of complementary. Next question is, we have to find out the value of x. Okay, how can we find it out? Can I construct a line parallel to AB and CD? Now, If this is 30, this will be 30. Why? Alternate interior angles. And if it is 40, it will be 40. Again, alternate, right? So because of alternate interior angles concept, we have got x as 30 plus 40, that is 70 degrees, right? Let's move on to the next concept. Now, this is about triangles, and the deleted portion is inequalities of triangles. Let's consider this. In this figure, AD equals AE, that means this triangle is an isosceles triangle, and BD equals EC. We have to prove that the bigger one, big ABC, is an isosceles. So that means I need to prove that a pair of sides is equal, right? How can I prove it? Okay, so if I need to have this as equal, I should prove these two triangles as congruent, right? So to make these two triangles congruent, I have two things, that this side is equals to this and this portion is equals to this. What would be the third thing? Okay, can I say that these two angles will be equal? Why? Angle opposite to equal sides are equal. So I will be saying ADE equals AED because angles opposite to equal sides are also equal. Correct? Now, but what if I got this? I would have got this, then the question would be solved, right? Okay, so can I use Euclid's axiom that if these are equal, just take away, or on both of side I can do same thing, that portion will remain equal only, right? So I am subtracting this portion from 180 degrees. Do you have any objection? No? I can use according to Euclid's axiom. You have to write it. Okay. Now, if you see, this is 180-degree linear pair. If I take away 180 minus this, let me change the color of the pen so that you will be able to see it. If I subtract 180 minus this, so only this part will be left, that is angle ADB. And here, if I'm subtracting 180 from this, so this part is remaining, AEC. Now I have all the three parts to make these two triangles congruent. What is that? One, these two angles I've got, proved earlier. Then rest two things are already given to us. So I'll be saying that these two triangles are congruent, and by the way, by which congruency rule? Two sides, one angle. SAS. Hence, I can say that these two sides are equal because these are the corresponding parts of congruent triangles. And hence, if two sides are equal, it is an isosceles triangle, right? Let's move on to the next thing. It is quadrilaterals. So quadrilaterals also have something deleted, which is angle sum property of a quadrilateral. How strange. It is very important though. Types of quadrilaterals and quadrilateral to be a parallelogram. Okay, let's consider this question, which is very simple one I found in the question paper. If the diagonals of rhombus are these, find the area. You know that area of rhombus can directly be found out using formula half d1 into d2. Two diagonals are given to us. 2 8 are 16. And now 12 8s are 96 centimeters square. Direct question. Great. Next. Here we are given that AP is parallel to BQ is parallel to CR. Okay. We have to prove that AQC this one is equal to area of PBR, this one, right? So which property I can apply? Alright, can you see just this portion? APQB. These two lines are parallel and these two triangles, that means ABQ and PQB, these lie in between the parallel lines with the same base, right? Yes or no? So I'll say that area of these two triangles will be equal. Why? Triangles on the same base between the same parallels. They have same areas. Okay? Similarly, in the bottom one, I can say BQC is equal to area of PQR. Same logic. And if I add both of them, okay, ABQ and BQC, this whole AQC is formed, and on the right hand side, whatever we required is proved. So hence proved. I'm hoping that you've got it. Let's move on to the next concept. Here, ABCDE, okay, this one is a pentagon. That means having 5 sides, though it is not a regular pentagon that all sides are equal, but yes, it is a pentagon. Now a line through B parallel to AC meets DC produced at F. Okay. A line from B parallel to AC. So parallel to AC is this line. Meets DC when produced at F. Right? So this simply means that these two lines are parallel. We have to show that area of ACB is equals to area of ACF. ACB and ACF. So again, these two triangles are between the parallel lines on the same base. So yes, this is equal because triangles are lined between the parallels on the same base, right? Same parallel, same base. Now if first part is proved, let's check out what I can do to find out second. I need AEDF on the right hand side, right? AEDF. That means this pentagon plus this triangle. So can I add pentagon? Not this pentagon really. This is quadrilateral. Okay, can I add this common part ACDE on both sides? Sorry about that. So ECB plus ACDE. On right hand side, this is ACF plus ACDE. According to Euclid's postulate or axiom, I can do it, right? I can add equals to equals. Now see, Let me change the color of the pen. This ACB plus this portion is forming what? The required thing, right? And ACF is here, plus the common part is the right hand side. So hence proved, right? Let's move on to the next concept. Again, this is the concept based on quadrilaterals, right? Question is saying ABCD is a rectangle. PQRS are the midpoints of AB. Let's start with AB, then BC, so anti-clockwise, right? These are the midpoints, remember. That means this will be equal to this, this with this, this with this, and this is equal to this, right? We have to prove that PQRS this is a rhombus. So you know that for rhombus, I need to prove that all these sides are equal, right? So in brief, I can say that I need to prove PQ, QR, RS, SP as equal, right? Okay, what can I do? Then it comes to midpoints. Can I apply midpoint theorem? But for that, I need one parallel line. So I'm constructing. So construction is there, that draw AC parallel to PQ parallel to SR. Okay? And similarly, opposite side BD also. So firstly, let's consider this. Okay. Do you know if in this triangle, this one, ABC, in triangle ABC, because PQ is parallel to AC and P and Q are midpoints also. So can I apply midpoint theorem to say that you know that line segment joining the midpoints of a triangle is parallel in half of the third side, right? So PQ is parallel to AC, that we have already chosen, but it is half of AC too, right? Similarly, in triangle ACD, SR will be half of AC. So from these two, because right hand sides are equal, so PQ equals SR. Now if I again do it with BD by joining BD parallel to SP and RQ again, so this SP will be half of BD and RQ will be half of BD, so SP will be equals to SQ, correct? But do you know, because outside one is a rectangle, so diagonals are equal in rectangle. Diagonals of a rectangle are equal. So that means if I'm saying SP is half BD, so as SQ, but BD and AC are equal, so PQ, SQ, SP, SR all become equal, right? PQ, SR, SP, SQ, and hence this shows that PQRS is a rhombus. Got it? If so, then let's move. Next is circles. Again, the deleted portion is if you circle through 3 points. Okay, let's see this question. Two circles of radius 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter intersect, there should be sect, at 2 points, and the distance between their centers is 4. Find the length of the common chord. Okay, so one is 5, another one is 3. Common chord is this. Let's say this is O and this is O1. Okay, the distance between their centers is 4 centimeter. Do you know if this is the center? A line drawn from the center to the chord bisects the chord perpendicularly, right? Let's say M. So can I say in triangle OMN, wait, I have considered, I'm changing the pen. I've considered this as M, this is A and O. So in triangle OMO, AMO, or I can say OMA, and in triangle EMO1, you have to write that why you have considered angle M as 90. Why? Because line drawn from the center to the chord bisects it perpendicularly. Correct? So now, if it bisects, and you know that also, if you see this is 4, this is 3, this is 5, so this is also 90 degree. Correct? I need to find out the length of the common chord. How can I find out? If I find this out, AM, so the next will be what? Equal. So let me assume this as X and this will be, okay, let me make it clear. Zoom it out. This is 5, this is 3, right? If this whole is 4, can I consider this as X? So this will become 4 minus X. Correct? Now apply in both of these triangles. This is AMO and O1. Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem, if you see here, what it is, AM, a hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So hypotenuse is 5 square, perpendicular AM, and base is x square. So AM square is 5 square is 25 minus x square. This is your first equation. From here, you have 3 square is equals to AM square plus 4 minus x whole square, right? This is a 9, AM square plus 4 4s are 16 plus x square. If you apply a minus b whole square, what is it? A square plus b square minus 2ab. So 4 square plus x square minus 2ab. 4 2s are 8x. So if you keep am square on one side and then 9 minus 16 is minus 7, you are taking them onto the left hand side, right? Minus x square plus 8x. This is your second. From first and second, 25 minus x square will be minus 7 minus x square plus 8x. Correct? X square get cancelled with x square. Your 8x becomes 25 plus 7, that is 32. So x becomes 8 4s are 32. If x is 4, you can substitute here 25 minus x is 4. 25 minus 4 square is 16. 25 minus 16 is 9. And this is whole am square. Am becomes square root of 9. That is 3. I'm hoping that you are getting it. So if this am is 3, so the whole length will become, because AB will be twice of AM as it bisects. So 2 into 3, that is 6 centimeter. I'm hoping that you've got it. This has been repeated so many times, so this is one of the important questions, okay? Though whatever we are discussing is important, but just to be on safer side, this is very important. Let's move on to the next thing. In the figure, angle PQR is 100 degrees, as we can see. PQ and R are points. Okay, find OPR. We have to find out OPR, this one. Okay, see, this is center for information. If it is center, which it doesn't seem so, but then these two will become radius. And if these are radius, plural is radii of circle. So that means angle OPR, this one, will be equal to ORP. Why? Angle opposite to equal sides are equal. Correct. Now, if you see, let me assume this as x. These two angles x. Do you know that property that if one angle is formed at the circumference of a circle, any arc, that is half of what it is making the corresponding part of, at the center. So if it is 100, center will be having double, but corresponding, okay? If it is on this side, so this angle. Now the whole angle will be 360, reflex angle. So how much is left? 160. Now in triangle OPR, I can use x plus 160 degrees equal 180. Why? Angle sum property, which CBSE has told us that it is deleted. But here we can use it. Why? Because this chapter is different. So x in x 2x, 180 minus 160 is 20. And x becomes 20 by 2, that is 10 degrees. But what we were asked to find out OPR. OPR is x, so x is 10 degrees. We have got it. Let's move on to the next thing. Again circles. AB and CD are two chords of a circle. AB and CD, yes, we can see them. Such that MN is equals to NP. MN is equals to NP. I think, no, this has been MP is equals to PN. This should be P. Okay, MP is equals to NP. What is given? OM is perpendicular to AB and ON is perpendicular to DC. Okay, show that AB equals CD. I need to show this one is equals to this one. Okay, that means I need to prove that chords are equal, right? Do you know that property of a circle? If we say that chords are equal, that can be proved if we consider the distance from the center as equal. If I can prove that these two are equal, then we will say that yes, chords are equal. If chords are equidistant from the center, then these are equal. So my main task is to prove these two, OM and ON, equal. So can I consider these two triangles, OMP and ONP? We know OP is common. Angle M is N. Y each 90 degree. And MP, PN given to us as equal. So hence these two triangles are congruent. And as soon as, okay, by which property? Two sides, one angle? Great. As soon as we prove them as congruent, we can say that OM equals ON. Why? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now if these two chords are equidistant from the center, so that means chords are equal. Hence, AB equals CD as these chords are equidistant from the center. Correct? Hope you understood it. Let's move on to the next. Okay, chapter number 12, Heron's formula. Application of Heron's formula, that means exercise 12.2 is deleted. Okay, just a brief. Heron's formula says if you have three sides of a triangle, let's say ABC, you have to first find out semi-perimeter. That means perimeter sum of all sides and half of it is semi-perimeter. Then the area of triangle will be square root of S, S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. So this is Heron's formula. Okay. Now let's begin with this question. Suman has a piece of land which is in the shape of a rhombus. Okay. So let's make a rhombus. ABCD. She wants her two sons to work on the land and produce different crops. She divides the land into two equal parts by drawing a diagonal. Okay, let's make a diagonal and these two are equal now. If the perimeter is 400 meters and the diagonal is 120, so this diagonal is 120, perimeter is 400. Do you know that sides of rhombus are equal? It is a special case of square. Square has diagonals also equal, but it doesn't. Rhombus doesn't. So anyways, all the sides of rhombus are equal. So can I say x plus x plus x plus x is the perimeter? That is 4x is the perimeter. The side becomes 100 meters, right? So now I have this triangle where the diagonal is 120 and these two sides are 100. What I need to find out, how much area each of them will get. So just the area of a triangle means, right? So semi-perimeter will be 100 sum of sides by 2. Sum of these three sides by 2. So 100, 200, 300, 320 by 2, that is 160 meters. Now area of triangle would be, by Heron's formula, square root of S, which is 160, S minus A. You can consider any of these sides as A, B and C. 100, 160 minus 100, 160 minus 120, right? So this becomes square root of 160 into 60 into 60 into 160 minus 120, 40, right? Can I write it as these two are in pair, so that's easy. 16 fours are 6400 into 60 into 60. So 64 is the square root of 8, 0 is square root of 10, then 6 and 6 is the square root of 6, and 0 is again 10. So 8 6 are 4800 meters square is the answer which one brother will get as his share. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Next is surface areas and volume. The funniest part which I found from the deleted syllabus is they have deleted surface area of a cuboid and cube, right circular cylinder, cuboid and volume of cylinder. But I would suggest that you should learn these formulas and try to have some of the problems, try to solve some of the problems, because these will be there in 10th standard and these are very important for 10th class. Okay, but CBSE is helping you guys so that you'll be able to cope up with post-COVID pattern of studies. Anyways, Find the slant height of a cone whose radius is 5, height is 12. Do you know if I say slant height? So radius is given to us, height is given to us. It is basically this, which I can find using Pythagoras theorem as well. But the direct formula is, if you see, r square plus h square under root. So which is as same as Pythagoras theorem. R is 5, this is 12, 25, 144, 169, that is 13. Quite easy, right? Next is radius and slant height are in the ratio. Whenever these are given as ratio, we have to consider some fixed or we can say connected variable. Let's say x. Curved surface area is 792 square meters. Do you know the curved surface area of cone? It is pi RL. Pi is 22 by 7, R is 4x, L is what? It is not given, but we know that r square plus h square, right? So that means 4x plus 7x whole square, 16x square, 7 7s are 49x square. So 9 6 15, 5 65x square. This will be L. This becomes 792. Correct? Now I got it wrong. Why? Because height is not 7x, slant height is 7x. So we don't need to do this. L is directly 7x. So pi, R is 4x, L is 7x, 792. 7 gets cancelled with 7, 22, 4 2s are 8, x square 792. So x square becomes 792 by 88. 11 8s are 11 7s are 77, 11 2s are 8 9s are 72. So x is 3. What I'm supposed to find out? Radius. So radius will become 4 3s are 12 centimeter, right? Let's move on to the next concept. Here again a conical pit, that means a conical figure. Top diameter is 3.5. So can I say radius is 3.5 by 2? The deepness, that is height, is 12 meters. What I'm supposed to find out? Capacity. How much it can carry. That means the volume. That too in kiloliters. Do you know 1 meter cube is equals to 1000 liters? And 1000 liters can be considered as kiloliters. So that means meter cube will work as kiloliters. Okay, what is the formula of volume of a cone? 1 by 3 pi r square h, right? So 1 by 3 pi is 22 by 7. R is 3.5 by 2. So square means 2 times. And height is 12. Then 12 meter deep, yes. So 3 4s are 12. 2 2s are 4. Point comes down as 100. 7 5s are 35. Then you can either, okay, solve it. 5 2s are 10. Then 2 1s are 2. Then 5 2s are 10. 5 7s are 35. So 77 by 2 meter cube, or we can say kiloliters. 2 3s are 6. 2 8s are 16. 2 5s are 10. Got it? Let's move on to next thing. Here the circumference of a base of a cone. Do you know? Cone has a circular base. So circumference will be 2 pi r. That is given to us 220 by 7 centimeter. Slant height is also given to us. What we are supposed to find out? Volume. But for volume, I must be having r as well. R and then H. Correct? So L we have, R we can find out from here, and then H will be, because L square is equal to R square plus H square. H will be L square minus R square square root. Correct? So let's find out 2 into 22 by 7. R we don't know. 220 by 7. 7 gets cancelled with 7. 22 times 10 is 220. 2 5s are 10. So R is what? 5 centimeter. So H becomes L square, that is 13 square minus 5 square. So it is 169 minus 25, that is 144. So 12 centimeter. So now volume becomes 1 by 3 pi R square H. Correct? You can solve it further. That will be in centimeter cube your answer. Okay? So 5 4s are 20, 25s are 100, 2200 by 7. Next. So the concept is about statistics. Statistics where we deal with data. Deleted portion is measure of central tendency, which I personally believe that it is very important. You should do it. Let's try with first question. This is 1 marker. Find the class mark. There are two things, class mark and class size. When we say class size, it is upper limit minus lower limit. So that would be 165 minus 160, that is 5. But when we say class mark, that is the average of limits. Upper limit plus lower limit by 2. That is 160 plus 165 by 2. That is 160.5. Let's say. So this is 5, 6, 6, 12. 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12. 2 2s are 4.5. So this is the class mark. Now, the mean is given to us as 17. This is also one central tendency measure. You know, mean is sum of observation upon total number of observation. So 10 plus 12 plus 16 plus 20 plus P plus 26 divided by how many terms? How many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 observations are there, equals 17. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 82, 84. 102. 17 6 now, right? Now P becomes 102 minus 84. 12 minus 4, 8. And then 18. So this is your answer, right? Next. Median of first 10 prime numbers. So in median, the first rule is to convert the data in ascending order. Okay. So because I am doing it, I am finding out the observations, so I can simply make it in ascending order by itself. First 10 prime numbers. One is not neither prime nor composite, right? So let's start with 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, then 17, then 19, then 23. How many are they? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So after 23, 29. Yes. So these are 10. Now what is median? Median, because these are 10, so that means even digit. So you have to do n by 2th plus n by 2th, n by 2 plus 1th by 2. So that means average of middle 2. N is 10. 10 by 2 is 5th. 5th plus 1, 6th. What is 5th term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11 and 13 by 2. That means 24 by 2. That is 12 is the median of first 10 even prime numbers. Okay? Next is what? We have to find out the mean of the data. Okay. If marks are given to you, that means this is the average of the limits. That is class mark. Xi is given to you. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now frequency. How many of students are getting 20 as marks? 4, 5, 3, 6, 3, 7. How can we find out mean? Because it is not discrete data. Continuous distribution is there, and that too has been sorted based on class mark. So it is sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Sigma is summation. So first find out fi xi. 24s are 80, 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 3 twos are 6, 6 threes are 18, 3 twos are 6, 4 threes are 12, 4 threes are 12, 3 twos are 6, 7, 7 fives are 35, 7 twos are 14, and 3 17. Right? Now add them up because I need summation of fi xi. So 5 and 6, 11, and 10, 21, 26, then 10, 16, 23, 30, 37, 4, 5. So we've got 576 over here, and the sum of fi 10, 19, 24, 28. Right? Just check it once again. 19, 5, 24, 28. Yes. 7 fours are, or I should say 4 sevens are 28, 4 ones are 4, 4 fours are 16, 4 fours are 16. So 7 twos are 14, 7 fives are 35, 7 sevens are 49, and so on. This is your mean marks of the class. I'm hoping that you have understood the whole concept or the summary of whole syllabus. And if you like this video, and if it sounds a bit helpful to you, then please let me know your comments, and please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Till my next video, take care of yourself. Bye bye.